All right, so here we are on another seed. This time, like I mentioned last time, is just in survival mode, not in hardcore. I think we're just gonna mess around in this world until the next Minecraft update comes about, 1.20, which I think normally is in January or sometime around there, and then we'll swap back over and try to work on hardcore mode. One thing that was kind of nice about this seed was the fact that it was close to a shipwreck. Although I keep getting these buried treasure maps and accidentally making regular maps on them, I think that I've completely forgotten how to use them, so that's a bit of a bummer. This village had the general setup. It did have a library in, which was kind of nice. Helped me to be able to get some of the stuff I needed without having to deal with books. Was able to get just a little bit of armor before headed out to go caving. This house right here is kind of the main base that I kind of set up in, and the area in front of it had all of the kicked him out of the bed, has the area where I put all of the trees in order to trade with the stick trader. The Fletcher, there we go. So yeah, the village had a pretty good splash of things, but the biggest thing that I kind of liked about it was the fact that there was this huge cave system below it. So I was able to kind of mine around and get a bunch of different iron and copper, which we used a lot in our castle build last time, which I figured I would try and give another shot this time. Maybe adjust the scale a little bit more, slowly work our way up on building. But yeah, so it actually had a pretty good cave system, which was kind of exciting. Just being able to get a bunch of this iron and copper without having to set up an iron farm like I normally do. Eventually I'll get around to setting up an iron farm, but for now we're just doing some caving. Be sure to leave a like if you like the video and subscribe. And since this is in survival mode, if there are any farms or anything relatively, dangerous that I normally would be nervous to do in hardcore mode because I'd be afraid to die, let me know what you guys want to see me to try and do. I'm kind of looking at this as like, this is my chance to get good at the game without having to completely reset all of the time and pick a new seed. So that's sort of my general thoughts as to what we're gonna do with this go. I do eventually cover up some of the larger holes because I don't necessarily want to be wandering along and then accidentally fall and die, because that would be really unfortunate. I didn't make a sword yet, so I'm having to hit this with a piece of iron. Eventually, I got started working on getting some obsidian for another portal so that we could get some blaze rods and head towards the nether, and also so that I could, or not the nether, the stronghold, and potentially fight the dragon. These diamonds I was able to, because it's obviously not enchanted, I was able to find in one of the caving sessions, which was kind of nice. And there was this really large lava pool near the village, making it so that I didn't have to go hunting for one. I always see people do the thing where they just pour water onto the lava, but I'm not the biggest fan of that because I like using lava as my fuel when smelting. But if there's a better way to do some smelting, please let me know. I just found that I always just preferred smelting. I think once in my hardcore mode, I used blaze rods because I know that you can use those, but I always liked just keeping blaze rods for other stuff. But as you can see, it's super close to where the village is, which is by a nice big river and has a pretty large mountain system nearby. You can't see it because it's not fully rendered in, but I wouldn't necessarily say mountains, more like big hills, I guess. And this is roughly some of the stuff that I've gotten while caving. A lot of iron, which was really nice, especially when it came to getting villagers up for trading. And here's the librarian that I was slowly working on. Normally I would try and get looting, but I kind of landed at the fact that I would just rather have. Normally I would try and get fortune, but I decided that I prefer getting looting because then I can get further in the game because I can do the blazes. And I'm not big on looking for diamonds and stuff, so I normally don't mess with that. After finally getting enough obsidian, and looting on my sword, I decided that I would head into the nether. Even though I didn't have all diamond, I just figured, why not? Let's go for it. At least see how far away the fortress is. And I popped out here, which was kind of an unfortunate spawn just because of how far away things were. And then I got hit by a ghast and died, which was quite surprising. And so everything that we did was completely burned away in the lava. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.